It's time for some FACEIT League. We got, it's Monday, so we're kind of falling into the rhythm now here in week 4, but we will have expert division for you every Monday and Wednesday from here on out. So yeah, that's what we're focusing in on here tonight. We're bringing back the #1 team in Nightmare rotation. Currently the only undefeated team left here in NA Expert as we bring up some standings. As they take on Dhill Ducklings, a super hot squad. Definitely a very fun squad as well. I expect this to be a good one. Your 4-seeded team taking on the #1 team. One of 4 teams left sitting here at 5-1, right? There's been so many matches between like top 5 teams over the past, going back to the beginning of week 3. So, it's just kind of keeping in that. We've been very much kind of zoomed in and focused here on, top 8, if not really top 4, top 5. Just because there's been so many of these teams just going head to head here recently. But long and short of it, Nightmare rotation are #1 in the rankings as well. A lot of it based off of the performance of Snell recently. I knew Snell was a damn good hit scan. Had not expected just the level of dominance we had seen out of their Freya coming into this. Ducklings were... Who did we say Ducklings were? This is born out of the Brock Esports squad. Like, they started off super dominant and then just fell out in Season 4. But 5-1 here. So, you were looking at they were 4-6 is where they ended up in Season 4, 4-10 in Season 3. They already have more wins here in Season 5 than they had in either of their previous 2 seasons. Rotation they've taken out Deadlocked, TBD, Wide Group, to kind of really solidify themselves here at the top of the standings, right? So they've handed Wide Group their only loss. They've handed TBD one of their only losses. So some good wins to back up this 6-0 here from rotation thus far. Hey, they've got a lot of big tests coming up too. Look at the strength of schedule for rotation. This is ridiculous. All of these teams in the opening, it'll be 4.5 weeks by the time they get through the Giants game. Ranks 2 through 7, which you have 35 teams here. Like, that is an insanely difficult strength of schedule. If they can come out of this, this little gauntlet of a stretch and still be in first place, I don't want to say just cruise through the end of the season, but you would have literally all of your toughest teams done and behind you. Now, they're only halfway through that gauntlet. There's still plenty of time for things to go south here. But with as strong as Ducklings have looked, I still have got to give rotation the edge coming into this one. Let's see what y'all think. How about some Preds? Let me get y'all some Preds. Arisa band out here from rotation. Kick things off. They are going to start us off in the attack. Let me go ahead and get all that plugged in for you. You know what? Now that you're mentioning it, it does kind of feel a little swishish. It's a little swishish. That was a Genji band coming through from the Ducklings. Oh, I love the time. That was perfect. Athena goes, initiating match. And it was like the final note of the song as she said match. That was amazing. All right, let's get into map 1. We're starting things off on University. Show me some Overwatch.
Ready for battle.
Oh, what's Eden listen to? McAllen speech Femdigo. Okay. You know what? If copyright wasn't an issue, I would totally pull that up. I would totally play that on stream. Okay, we had a corner of the chat saying we're getting a bit creative here tonight. We'll see what that means. We're seeing Lucio carry with dirt on the hog. So far, this looks like pretty typical rotation of what we've seen from them. Faded in the tank role. Oh, 2Fish playing support. Okay. Oh. Lau's gonna find consequence first. That's a great wall, though. Dirt's not gonna get out of that alive. But without their Juno, it is just brick heals. Fade is still able to grab first cap. So Lau looked like preoccupied, trying to perhaps deal with that right-hand hallway. Doesn't touch in, so we do get some percentage building here for the Ducklings while rotation wait for Dirt to get back into this fight. Gunsman's gotta be careful. That was like perfect hook position. Biz with another good wall. Dirt struggling to get through there, begging for the team to break that piece of wall down. Biz is worked up, I mean, is ahead of our Freyas here as far as ult charge. Oh, that is a very low Lucio. And Eden falls first in this fight. Snell's trying to retaliate from that outside. Lau's throwing a pulse into this as well. Did not see where that came from, but it did not land on its target. Biz now has a blizzard and throwing this next fight. He's gonna drop it down, walls in Dirt, and Dirt will fall to another good wall out of Biz for the third time so far here on University. And Ducklings have basically just completely given up this high ground control, right? You know, I talked about just how deadly Snell has been on this Freya. And they're just kind of letting Snell sit up here. I mean, you see a few shots fly in their direction from Nick, but not a real hard focus to control that flank. Now Kitsune Rush comes out and Snell then just jumps down, and that's why we see them rejoin kind of here on main. You're able to at least get percentage out of it, but here comes the rally and retaliation out of the Dhill Ducklings. Nick's going to toss a bolo into that mix as well. Fade comes around through hallway to cut off the escape of Dirt. But Mrs. Swarm had the annihilation if they needed it. Going to be able to hold on to that here for this final fight. Oh, a wonderful vortex. Really put Eden in a lot of trouble. There comes the annihilation. Lau's just going to get the heck out of dodge. Duckling's still waiting for reinforcements to show back up onto this point. Snell throws a bolo into the mix while they're waiting on that. Lau's gonna grab the Mega, recalls back up top to grab the sound barrier. Orbital Ray has been tossed in here from the Ducklings though. Dirt trying to get rid of the pretty heart light show with the whole hog. But another amazing wall and another great blizzard, and Dirt will fall for a fourth time. And every single time, Biz has had a wall there to kind of deny the retreat. It's going to be a 120 in favor of the Dhill Ducklings, barring Lau being able to hold. Yeah, Lau does not get back in time. What's up, Trash Panda?
Been a while since I had so much company.
Time is so relative, friends. Time is so relative.
And believe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Boomstockson from the very underrated Team Rats, apparently. Here cheering on Eden. A French player playing over here for Nightmare Rotation is coming over to play in NA here for Season 5. So that is also known as Gober. Gober Tupaids. It's got to be something French that I'm mispronouncing. But better known as Eden, I believe. Oh, nice shot from Snow. And Biz now on the Tracer gets popped, so without the May, and there's no hog to kind of lock down. It's a good start. For rotation, that is. Lau disengaging from a Tracer drill on the outside. This opens up a little room for Biz to get into the back line. Was hoping to find a support there, but got the recall force back out. Meanwhile, Faded does take Dirt down, but ate a lot of damage. Super low. Two fish coming in to provide some backup. Still have a critical Faded trying to hide inside the center pillar. Now Eden moves in, see if they can put the final blow in, but the heals are there. Faded's able to get topped up and push back out. Try to get control of this point. We do still have Nightmare Rotation currently holding the objective with 40% and counting. Looking at a Kitsune Rush coming online here soon. Good job from Dirt being able to hold on to this. That's a killer Vortex. They're able to just block through it, and Bandit gets the Kitsune Rush down. This will help retaliate against the rally of Two Fish, and sure enough, it looks like a lot of Ducklings are backing up off of this point. That was the pulse invested from Biz. Consequence has the orbital. They're going to go ahead and toss it immediately. You betcha. Downpour thrown in the back line. Doesn't look like it caught anything. Dirt just rotating to stay front-facing on the orbital ray, but it will eventually get overwhelmed as Nick throws in the bolo shot to put in the final blow, and we'll get a flip here. Well, the rotation able to hold on to it to about 70-some-odd%, 72 it looks like. I don't know why we were watching Two Fish run back to point. I was just, yeah, that's just what I did. It wasn't really a conscious brain. It was just the subconscious, like, kind of in control of the cameras. I don't know how many of me are working this, but it's not enough. Biz trying to win the duel on the outside, just at least get both recalls forced out. Is moving in and trying to continue to keep WoW isolated. Here comes Dirt to help finish it up. Nick pulled in and looked at the whole fight kind of moved its way towards this coast side. 2-for-1 trade, favoring rotation with the annihilation in play here from Faded. That's now gone. You got a big old hazard in your face. Faded does still have the Nemesis Swarm for that extra armor, but is under a lot of duress. A great wall trying to prevent the retreat, trying to give Faded a little bit of the medicine that Biz gave them back on University. The Jagged Wall does end up securing the kill when it's all said and done. And the flip here for Nightmare Rotation. Whoop, little chase down. Nick popped by some of the jagged pieces of the Jagged Wall, which did get a buff last Tuesday. You know, a little bit more lifesteal off of the, the Spike Guard. Spike Guard getting a little bit more lifesteal on it. Ooh, where'd it? Okay. Faded finds Snell that early in the fight, not ideal. Making a swap to a hazard, immediately finds first blood. Lau's got into your backline while this is happening. Oh, Lau's definitely got into your backline. Here comes Biz saying if they can try to equalize. Consequence low. Kill and Consequence would just secure the map, and that's going to do it. Dirt will find it. Has the sound barrier in play. And, I mean, barring a miraculous hold out of this rally, which we're not going to get. We're going to round 3. We're headed over to Garden to see who takes this opening map. I'm not saying what Goober, no. I've already done that before. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. It's Eden. Goober's Eden. And I'm not calling them by any other name. Not happening. No. Not happening. I made that mistake last time we had rotation on and it felt really weird. Not doing it again.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Interesting adaptation here from Biz, going into the Torbjorn for a little bit of the old anti-hazard. Sticking with the break Juno. As immediately everybody from Ducklings kind of piles up into this corner. Staring contest between the hazards results in a Biz death. They're trying to pursue some kills. Faded trying to get out in one piece. Lau's there for the intercept. A good first fight there from rotation. A little bit of a stall out here from Nick, but Snell playing out of the window does have a bolo shot to work with. Oh, catches the corner of the pillar with it. Unfortunate. But does seem to have Ducklings kind of piled into that little mega robe. Dirt is in there getting a lot of damage done there with the jagged block. Or whatever. Whichever one. The block. Spike guard. Spike guard, jagged wall, violently. It's all pointy and dangerous. Oh, and that's the hard counter caught in the downpour. Little boop, a little pulse bomb. Little spike guard. No escape there for Faded. 50% counting on the board for rotation. Did Nick clock Lau? No, did not. Those are there now. Meanwhile, the rest of Ducklings try to come through hallway. Being greeted by some ADS bolts there out of Snell. Give me a sound barrier engage. Rally immediately pop, trying to protect the rotation up to the stairwell. And defend themselves from rotation. Oh, the boop! That's gonna put Biz into the hole. But, you know, Eden ends up dead to make it happen. Consequence, just small percentage away from the orbital ray. Toss in should help survive against this Kitsune rush. 3v2 currently on the point from the Ducklings, but Snell's able to land a beautiful bolo shot and even into the orbital ray. Dirt follows up, gets 2 kills on the back of it. What a play out of Snell. Into one of the most sustained heavy ultimates in the entire game. Biz gets one with Molten Core? That's not what I expected to happen. Two Fish has returned on to Lucio to help stall this out. Rotation in a 99-0 situation. Two Fish will get caught in the downpour, as will Biz. That could just be the end of the map, but a 1 health Dirt gets toppled. Still nobody left to touch. Rotation, hang on. Male elephants are called bulls, and elephants never forget. So it makes sense that one of the bull and the skunk variety would remember. I like that take. I like that take. Bola into the tower needs VOD reviewing. Let's get that point on the board there for rotation. Circuit pick here out of Ducklings, and they're going to go on the attack. What you want to ban, Ducklings? What you want to ban? I want to sip my tea. What was the ban? Oh, son of a bitch. I'm guessing it was a Zenyatta ban out of Ducklings. What the? Our music just cut out. That was bizarre. Okay, let me fix your bands. That was really weird. Okay, rotation band out the Zen. It's interesting. So the Ramatra band in from Ducklings. Ooh. Okay, we get a little.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop.
No. No, I cannot read Chinese. That's just a coincidence. That is just a coincidence. I don't even. Okay, I'm confused. I mean, I'm not. I mean, clearly. It's clearly that my response was appropriate to whatever was actually written in Chinese. So, we are getting visit to the Mei. Here's kind of the only real interesting wrinkle. I mean, we do have a Sojourn Freya DPS line here for rotation. Lost 250k points on SSG, losing the Nightmare. Oh. Economy in shambles. Snell playing just super deep. Look how fearless Snell is. Snell is either going to kill you or go down trying. There is no S key on Snell's keyboard. I mean, Rocket is kind of just the GOAT. I mean, it's just weird. I had to verify PZ. I know you've got the big brain. I'm sure you had it all figured out. I just wanted to verify. Betting on a coachable coach is winning is not the best idea at the moment. Ouch. Oh, trash panda. Oh, we're going to Amplification Matrix. That's just, I mean, that was a big target there for both the Gravitic Flux and the Bolo shot coming in. Is everybody from Ducklings kind of trying to huddle up behind it. Easy pickings there for the rotation defense. Blizzard tossed in here from Viz. Talking about Snarl being fearless, then of course Bandit actually in the Seraphim skin. We're gonna get dueling captive sons. One hit. Let's see how Two Fishes does, trying to go uphill into an orbital. A couple of shots land, but that's not gonna be enough to find that kill. Let's give me a Flux in from Faded. Slide out the chase. That's gonna get at least one, but they're behind the corner, so I don't know if there's gonna be enough to follow. Bandit with some good heals comes over, top them off. Hey, but Dirk gets caught. Dirt having moved over to an Orisa off of the Sig. Somehow gets picked off. Did not see how that happened. Dirt is going to come out for a recontest, but with the wall up, they're already with no armor by the time the heals start coming through. And it will get just cut down. Too much damage for the supports to try to contend with on that one. And we got 4.5 minutes in the tie bank here as Ducklings head into the hotel. Third time's a charm, critical. I'm sorry your hands hurt. Oh. Hey, I can't type with my hands functioning at 100%, so no worries. OC tossed in here from Laos, just gonna retake some high ground. Oh, Peasy's hitting the bench right now. Gotcha. I mean, Cat's even playing tonight? Or Control, I mean? These walls have been just the bane of Dirt's existence. He's able to fortify out of that and the Blizzard, rotate around. It looked like, yeah, Lau was caught there, or maybe he just got stuck inside the room. But Dirt and Bandit are going to give chase. Nice little use of the outburst. Ooh, yes. Snarl ended up in trouble on that left-hand side. Ant Matrix up from Consequence. You're trying to push this further. Two Fish is going to toss it a captive. I don't know if the sun hit anything. Unclear at the moment. That was a nice shot. Holy hell. Bandit with 1 health. Oh, gets popped and the sun gets eaten. Nice play there from Faded and Two Fish combined. Now we're going to get a Phlox out of Faded here, trying to open this up. He was looking for somebody on the high ground, but ends up just taking a lot of shots. Wow, showing they've got some chops on the Freya as well. Aw, Miracle. Full rotation is Ducklings are in a dangerous spot. Ooh, Lau actually gets caught. Dirt able to gobble up the Bolo from the other side. But Ducklings have got this rolling nevertheless. Blizzard Hill to help secure it. Snow's close to one of their own if the defense can hold for another split second, but there's nobody else. Snow will knock at that last Blizzard up and a healthy time bank there out of the Ducklings.
0 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Consequence and Two Fish with only 3 deaths between the two. We're not stuck on.
Ready for battle.
It's the one I bought, Maddie. I've got it, damn it. Also, I love Ayari. Ayari may be my favorite support to play. Either Ayari or Ana. But I love Ayari.
Stop the payload.
Yeah, but those I bought as far as the Street Fighter bundle, I got like, you know, Zen's victory pose and the backflip for Winston, and I got the entire M Bison package. I was like, I want that. That skin is too good. I love everything about this. I like the highlight intro. I like the victory pose. I want it. And thanks to y'all's help, I won some Overwatch coins through the FACEIT thing. So, boom. And Bison skin S tier. All right, here we go. First real fight of the... Ooh, Biscuit's caught. Biscuit's caught on the outside. I thought we were going to sit on that little corner for a minute with 2 Mays. Figured they were going to go back and forth there for a hot second. Not happening. Great pick right out of the gate. Gary Lua are the only supports I find fun anymore. Understandable. Hey, I mean, they're highly mobile. A lot of decision-making consequences toast. Oh, has to throw out the immortality. Protect themselves against that bolt while still in pursuit here. Both of those landed. Oh, nasty volley out of Lau. That was gross. Yes, effort? I'm afraid I do, effort. I'm afraid I do. It has been brought to my attention, unfortunately. How did I know that's where you were going with that? Lots of ultimates here for rotation work with, including this Gravitic Flux. Able to dodge the rock. That's both blizzards thrown right on top of the objective. Snell's frozen up in that. And that was actually a defensive captive sun there from Two Fish. Good connection, lands onto dirt and a wall there to prevent the escape. And Two Fish finds a nice pair of kills. Looking to get banded as well. Nice shot from Nick. We'll finish that one off. And a good hold there out of rotation with 4 minutes to go. I've yet to see me use M. Bison and FACEIT. This is true. Team Bullskunk playing an open division. That would be fun. I've never competed. At least not in Overwatch. That could be a lot of fun. You know what? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, when I have time. You know, all this extra spare time I've got. Woo! Good shot there from WoW. Matrix thrown up from Eden here. Ooh. I like the leaping up into the air. Make sure they get the immortality field in the right spot. Two Fish shuts down that Captive Sun. Oh, no. Two Fish was not having any of that. You have been full eclipsed. Total eclipse of the heart. See, I mean, there's a piano, like, rocker skin here. Okay, anyway. It was a bit of a stretch. Those who know. Or is it toes who know? Okay, sorry. Sorry. Lau with another great opener, but still trying to push up the chicane. Okay, just throws everything in the kitchen sink at Two Fish. Dirt's able to LOS the blizzards. Now just cryo freezes through it. Wall used defensively to back up, and things get a little up close and personal as the attacker's blizzard now comes out. Now is able to find Faded with that. And Dirt gobbles up the bolo shot from Nick. So everything coming up rotation here on this push up the hill. And creation shot was just a bit outside. We are going to have a pair of support ults, rather, for this retake. And, I mean, the cart's just now turning this final corner. Dart doesn't get anything with the flux, but the Captive Sun got... Oh, looked like he got blocked by the wall before we cut away. But still, Two Fish is coming up with an enormous amount of kills. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we get to play the game. I should have just left it on your paw, Two Fish. My bad. My bad. Whoa. Nice little three-piece. Also, a little subtle touch rocking the Earth Kingdom. I believe that is the Earth Kingdom weapon charm there from Avatar. Okay. Nick at least found... Oh! Okay, there's a lot happening. This is able to fight Snell early. We got Ant Matrix both up from both teams. Ant Matrices. While trying to take high ground. I believe I think Bandit had used a pylon to block the bolo from the other side. You know, the bolo just hit the pylon, but... It looked like it was actually used as a block earlier. It was one of the things I was wanting to talk about. All right, Bandit coming over the top of the Captive Sun. It's going to be a pair of shots into Biz, but they have the cryo freeze to survive it. Both blizzards thrown on the point. Snell finds the kill. Bandit survives with about 30 health. Nick getting chased away into the wrong side of the tracks. Didn't even redeem a dad joke. Can't give him out for free like that. You know, you gotta give him one to get him hooked there, Panda. You gotta prove that the merchandise is quality. Lyle's gonna fight first blood here, taking Faded down. That's should be the beginning of the end of this hold. Nick is able to find... Oh, Eden. And we're gonna get a stop with 0.35 meters. Lau takes Nick out of this fight. Snell is still here alongside Dirt. And it looks like the two of them are gonna hang on until the bitter end. Man, that one was right at the bitter end.
Positioning healing pylon. Stay near my pylon.
60 seconds remaining.
Thank you, Juno.
Ready for battle.
Son of a bitch! Sorry. I had a coughing fit, and then I forgot to unmute. That was some of the best casting of my life, I'm telling you. That was some of the best casting I've ever done. I could have swore I hit unmute. Damn it. Oh well. Skunk moment. I could have swore I unmute. Honestly, if you hadn't just said something, I probably would have just stayed muted through Suravasa. Honestly, it's probably the best the best 10 minutes of the whole stream right there. Ooh, Snow with first blood. Dirt there to follow up while everybody was distracted trying to shoot Snow. Got themselves a whole host of final blows there in that fight. It was nothing important. I do like the aesthetic. The World Cup with the golden gun. Looks good. Looks good. Now, can you catch this hazard here with the Orisa May comp? Ooh, Biz is gonna fight loud. Okay, Biz moves in from the inside corner entrance. Not what I expected, but it's a big, aggressive rush. That was a 1-2-3 go out of Ducklings. They hit that amp speed and just charge forward and rush down the, well, it should be the mobile comp of Nightmare Rotation. Actually, I was thinking it's more the effects of heavy metal music on endemic salamander population in Central Texas. You were so close. You were so close. Follow over the top there from Snow won't land. Dirt's going to throw in a downpour here that will also not do a whole lot from the looks of things. You kind of fortified, faded, and a cryo for its Biz. Biz is going to respond with their ultimate. Jump scare. Like, ha ha! You have Mike again. Somewhere from two fishes. In the nick of time to save Consequence and Biz, but was not in time to save Fade. And still Nick is able to respond. Well, that looks like a good stick there. Eden does have that sound barrier. That was a high-flying sound barrier. From Eden, it only hits 2. I didn't actually see the Lucio, but you saw where it was cast and how long it took to hit the ground. Eden's gonna find 3 final blows when it's all said and done, so. They'll play it out of one corner. Dirt play it out of the other. Ooh, eats an energy jab that makes it onto the point in time to start a 99-99 fight here. Consequence down as Eden's already fouled them. Dirt's able to leap out of the Terror Surge. Finds themselves just there in the primary fire of Biz. Leaps back to be greeted by Faded and a jab spin. Anywhere Dirt goes, there's just pain waiting for them. Eden's trying to keep this fight alive, but this is a 2v4. Still Ducklings take market.
Flashpoint Temple.
Nick dancing around here at the rooftop, trying to aim around the bell, just hoping Dirt would show their face. Does eventually at the very end. Ooh, gonna loop around, try to 5 Bandit. Meanwhile, Lau's able to pick up the Juno on the other side, and Nick is very low without a Juno to top them up. Lau would love to get that final blow, try to go hunt it down. Nick is able to throw in their ultimate and pick up 2 with it. Wait, what? You find both supports with that bolo shot? How did that happen? Sound barrier now tossed in. Faded does not have, oh, never mind, does have the Fortify to get out of that Terra Surge. And thanks to that huge ultimate and a good eat from Faded. What was that 180 eat onto that pulse? That was gross. Uh-oh. We went to Nick's bomb just in time. Sorry, Nick. Double Blake behind the supports, trying to put shots on Consequence. He's looking to build up towards the rest of that orbital, but ends up just kind of out in the open as the aggressive push out of Dhill Ducklings gets caught. So with Nick falling in the pit early, it was just a go fast, see if they could get the ult out. No such doing. Eaton still with a massive sound barrier advantage with 2 fish using theirs to kind of save that previous fight. Or in that previous fight. Snell over the top, able to find Consequence early here. And that was the tool that Dhill Ducklings were counting on to try to get onto this point, and that's just going to prompt a reset. Yep. Nice shooting from Snell. Leading the server in damage at the moment, 13 and 5 with over 6k damage. Biz try to push in, see if they can get the touch. Snell's able to find 2 fish on the approach. The Biz will at least get an overtime going, but I don't know how much of a fight that Dhill Ducklings are going to have left in them. The 2-3 split cleans up on both sides for rotation. Where are we going? Gardens or Palace? Looks like Gardens. Doing orbitals thrown on the point. I really like actually Dhill Ducklings able to get on the point with theirs. They're positioning much better, but still the trades come out in favor of rotation. Oh, but only temporarily. With Nick finding Snell, that tilts the balance into a 3v2. Ducklings, whoo! On the back of some wonderful shooting. Accuracy out of Nick. What's up, Fudgy? See what Bolas can do when you don't shoot them into a tower? Expecting big plays from Eden right now. Gonna go in, try to help out Wow and Dirt. They pick up a kill on to Nick here to start. Sound barrier tossed in from Ducklings to try to swing this fight. Fade is able to pick up 1. Biz chasing the Juno around the outside means, well, Dirt missing a lot of sustain on this point. Oh, that looked painful. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game in so long. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game in 3 hours. OT fight. Oh, catches Nick in the air with that bolo. And Eden falls. Despite a good shot there from Snell, looks like everything is coming up Ducklings here in this fight for lead of Suravasa. Snell able to land a direct. Nickling responds with their own, and we'll both end up watching a respawn timer, but there was the last player left standing after Dirt falls. Oh, and a palace spawn would be enormous. Oh, okay, it is ruins. Actually, a very important spawn here for this fourth one. I think rotation have a better opportunity to kind of make it here. And yeah, you can see both teams kind of arriving simultaneously. Palace is a hard one to retake, and that would have certainly been Defender's advantage if Palace had just spawned for Dhill Ducklings, that is, of course. Tank's doing it out on point. Biz is able to pick up first blood off point. Ooh, nice little chase. Force Two Fish back out and around. 20% advantage for Eden as far as sound barriers goes, talking about Lucio's. Faded able to fortify through, but Nick gets caught on the tail edge of that good read from Eden to find that kill and drops the sound barrier in. Look, everybody's trying to chase Two Fish down. Orbital right now thrown in. Faded's able to walk forward, looking to hunt down some sustain of their own. But Bandit has their own orbital in this fight. Lots of extra sustain. Sound barrier fading here from Two Fish. Dirt comes up with the first blood here in a little while. The spike wall or whatever there to elevate the Terra Surge, but Biz is able to find too while that's happening, including a good stick onto Eden with the pulse. These teams continue to go back and forth. Looks like a player advantage for rotation left on this point. And the Great Wall will be the end of Faded. Now, Bolo's shot does miss from Snell, and they're going to get popped. Nick comes in over the top with a beautiful direct. There's still just too many players from rotation left here, though. They will grab first cap after an extended first fight for this point. How did Two Fish get out of that alive? I thought I heard a Cassidy. I thought I heard a Peacekeeper. Wow, not able to get the kill with the stick. Oh, and Nick just rolling around. Look like everybody was focused on taking the cast down. Meanwhile, Faded and Two Fish clean up. That's a cool skin from Biz. Good wall in, jumping back. Oh, what a recognition. Knew Nick wasn't getting out of that. Fantastic play out of Dirt. Knew exactly what the target was, and it certainly was not the Orisa. 5v4, Faded low. Torpedo's already is bouncing off of the jagged wall, kind of putting themselves into a corner, but has the Fortify to continue to back out. Nick starting almost back in this fight, just as they are. Snow's able to find another kill. Terra Surge into the corner, but that was a really good boop. Faded gets booped out of the way just before the ultimate is popped, so the extra Fortify did not prevent the crowd control. And we do get a nice cleanup there. Really nice play out of Eden. That looked like that could have been an enormous Terra Surge. But a good little boop there, prevent a swing back late in that fight. Both DPS on a 2-3 split. Both supports staying with Faded as they push through main. Biz looks to regroup. Sound barrier engage. Showdown of the OK Corral. Both Dead Eyes currently in play looking for skulls. Oh, Dirt unnecessarily eating a bit of damage there early to start that one off. Can Faded find the kill? Faded's blocked off from a little bit of damage there. The wall is in play, but has the jagged spin and is still full health. Is able to spear Dirt out of the block, but the orbital ray is keeping Dirt alive despite an enormous amount of pressure coming through. Consequences, orbital fades off the point, but it's enough to assist in one kill, and it could be an important kill. 99-99. Ducklings looking to take the lead, and Consequence finds Eden out of the back line. Snell gets popped, and a low health Dirt has no choice but to try to drop on the objective, investing in ultimate that never lands. And this is going to be the Ducklings winning back-to-back maps and moving up to match point. There's the random Winton. It's like the commands are like an hour behind. Like Stream Elements is very, very stoned. It's just like, wait, what? What? Oh yeah, Wintons. All right, what's left to choose from? Push. Push was left to choose from. Look, Runasapi and Colosseo were the two choices there for rotation. We're not muted anymore? Thank goodness. We're not muted, right? Okay, no changes on sides. We're going to Runasapi pick. Tracer banned. It's an interesting ban. Interesting ban going into Runasapi. Let's look at some stats from map 3. Who's pinging me? Okay, nothing important. And once again, I mean, the stats look very, very close. I mean, Dirt has most elims and tied for fewest deaths. Also has the most damage, just barely. Snowl is second in damage. Like, these stats, I mean, look very, very close. Nick actually has highest deaths. Oh, on paper, if you didn't know the score, I think it'd be tough just judging by, you know, elims and damage. It'd be tough to determine who won that one. That one looks very, very close in stats. Almost actually looks like you know, you would expect rotation to have come up in the dub in that match. All right, let's get into map 4. Getting Ducklings, hand rotation, their first loss of the season.
Ready for battle.
Why are my buildings slipping in and out?
3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
I actually like it better swapped, so that there you go. Teams up top match where their sides they're coming from. Early fried over Mega Control. Both walls have already been used here. A bit of a brawl battle. Business is going down. Look at how much damage Snell's already put out. My goodness. So despite the walls not seemingly playing a massive factor, the damage output from Snell has been ridiculous. Redonkulous. I've also heard recoculants. And that early blizzard does make it past Faded's jab spin. Able to catch Biz in that. I think Faded just turned it just the wrong moment. I don't think they expected that to come out at all. Yeah, he seemed almost a surprise response with the jab spin, just kind of spinning. Like, wait, what? Blizzard already? And that is a minute 45 checkpoint here on Runasapi. Well, Deadeye from the far coastal side. It's going to fight Consequence 15% away from Orbital. Terror Surge now throwing in for Faded, but that is just going to be back-to-back fan the hammers. The wall was there to block a lot of the damage to the rest of rotation. And Lau finds 3 in that fight. Now, Biz and Nick are going to make things interesting. Are able to trade out. I mean, from getting from Nick's position, they went on a wide flank to go all the way around and pick up a kill kind of late in the fight. And those 2 kills should mean rotation have to eventually abandon this bot. We'll see if they want to get stubborn with this Annihilation to try to hold the line. They do have the Orbital as well, for that matter. The spawns from the defense. Ooh, actually, oh, don't be the attacker spawns. We get a full 5v5 here on the corner. It's now trying to throw Blizzard in directly on top of Faded. Nick is going to pop the Deadeye, drop it in out of the window. Gets flashbanged out, will not pay off. Dirt does get frozen up as the Blizzard and an Orbital have been tossed in here from the Ducklings. The rally is in from rotation to help them survive and push forward alongside Dirt's Annihilation. And Lau now has a second Deadeye here in just over 3 minutes of play. Dirt comes up with a couple of kills. Lau fights Faded. TS1 continues to march in rotation's favor. Looking for skulls. Had one flickering in the back, not able to find it. Perhaps put some extra damage in on a Faded, trying to roll out. Who's gone over to a Ramatra, by the way. Gave up on the Orisa fight before last. It's now caught in a beautiful vortex and some good headshots from Faded. And there's a pair of kills going their direction. So, they're at about the 5.5 minute mark. We do get a nice team fight, a flawless team fight win, and the first team fight win here out of Dhill Ducklings. Dirt has time to push up. It has the ultimate to work with, so absolutely going to try to hold the line here before they lose their close spawns. Forces the Cryo Freeze out of Blizz. Deadeye is coming in from Nick, as a matter of fact. Decent damage in. Blizzard has got Dirt in place. Now is caught in that Blizzard as well. But there was enough healing there and Lau was able to pop him. I'm flabbergasted. I'm tongue-tied. That was not supposed to happen. That's not how that fight was supposed to go. Dhill Ducklings catch 2 very important targets inside that Blizzard. There is no support ultimate, and yet Dirt is able to stay alive through it. Now, it does have to use the Annihilation and will abandon the bot this time. As both their, one of their supports and their Mei drop during that fight. Blizzard now throwing it in from Snow. Oh, half a leg from Faded. Stuck in the Blizzard. Still a lot of time to go, and we're, I've heard push doesn't start until the final 3 minutes, but this is a 139-0 lead. One fight away from completing the map. 3 ultimates here from Dhill Ducklings to try to see if they can sway or prevent this. Rally in. Dirt got hit by a double stun there from Two Fish, but the Orbital's thrown in to prevent the follow-up. That is a deep jump over the top there from Eden. Eden just lands into a pile of blue outlines. Nick is up close and personal there with Dirt, and Dirt's going to win that mono, but looks like the war will go to Ducklings. Once again, they will prevent, I say that, Dirt's able to find a kill on the consequence. This respawn advantage should eventually go in Ducklings' favor. It's just how much time can Dirt eat off the clock. And we go back over the roof. Ziubote, thank you for the follow. Lao into the Blizzard out of Biz. He's going to pick up first blood in this important fight with 2 minutes and 30 to go. Dirt, ooh, finds Faded as they pop their Annihilation. Minimal value out of that Annihilation. You know, it can be used for a lot of extra sustain. You heard it pop it immediately. Immediately Fade is back in spawn. Two Fish has to reset after an auto swap. Did not catch that initially. Snow with the Blizzard. Oh, Faded! Walled as they try to get back inside. This has been so, excuse me, Snow's been so good with these Blizzards. That's gonna be a Deadeye out of Nick to try to stop the line here less than 2 minutes ago. Snow's wall buys a little bit of space for the rest of the team to fall back into cover, but Dirt's Annihilation fades through that. Two Fish close to a Nano. Nick's gonna come in, see if they can grab this off angle. Oh, trying to find Lao there. Look at their own Maywall, kind of causing some problems there. Faded tried to hold on the front line through an orbital and a Deadeye. The Deadeye gets canceled to try to get out of the way of the Blizzard. Lao not able to escape, but is able to survive, albeit on a sliver of health. Faded pops the Annihilation to finish off Dirt, and with the nade in, they succeed in doing so. So once again, Dhill Ducklings will hold the line, but this time with less than a minute remaining, and it's still 139 to nothing on the scoreboard. Blizzard throw it in right over the orbital. That's the Deadeye out of Nick. Faded is frozen up in the backline, but this Deadeye's doing a good job of protecting them for now. Consequence is the one that actually got the Nano boost through that. I'm guessing flew in front of the Nano trying to get the orbital out. I believe both of those ults were invested at the same time. So not ideal, and Lao picks up a kill on the Two Fish in the backline, although they end up way behind enemy lines to make that happen. Still, the trade's going... well, we're going in rotation's favor. It's just Faded and Biz left to hold this in OT, though. So, I mean, you still kind of have the rotation, or the trades going in rotation's favor. Each one of those steps, each second pounded through Faded's heart, waiting for reinforcements. This is such a long walk back. But you do have a Blizz ultimate to work with. A lot of sustain here from rotation, though. It'll be a rally to start the fight, and Dirt's Annihilation there in the back half of the fight. I mean, a good wall. If they can find Dirt early, would have been a fantastic kill. Sleep will put an end to that Deadeye, and Nick is able to finish off Lao after that Sleep. Biz's Blizzard once again invested and at least separated Dirt from the rest of the squad, but now that Annihilation's going to get popped. The rally has already come and gone here from Eden. This is the last, well, an orbital thrown in on top, and this is the last bastion of defense needed here from Nightmare Rotation. They have all the tools to send us to a map 5. Defensive wall, and now a Blizzard thrown in. The icing on the cake. Pun fully intended. We're going to map 5. My mouse died right at the end of that map. Son of a bitch. Colosseo pick. So we're just gonna play 2 push maps in a row. Why not? We're also gonna side swap Ducklings going back over into the red outlines. I mean, the Ducklings do, in fact, push an OT, but not nearly far enough. It's map 5 time. It is map 5 time. All right, what's the ban? Freya. Ooh. Okay. Snell has been a monster. I mean, actually, Nick put up more damage, but, I mean, still a 27-5 performance out of Snell there in map 4. Dirt, once again, with highest elims, fewest deaths, and most damage. Nick leading the DPS as far as damage goes, 13k. We've got an Ana ban in from rotation here from map 5. Ooh, and an even 6.4k bet for both sides. Love to see it. Honestly, very tough match to call. I wouldn't know who to put money on in this map 5. I will say it was a Ducklings map pick, which means they also got first ban. Heh, Eden says Snell, new backbone. Only sexier. I mean, hard to argue with it. Hard to argue with that kind of logic. Whoops. I meant to go down and over. There we go. Good speed disengage rotation there. Wonderful ring there out of consequence. That was perfectly timed. Otherwise, Dhill Ducklings just get ran over in ambush. So great recognition on the disengage. Ooh. Now try to use a wall to do the same. Ducklings are under a lot of early pressure, and Allows eventually going to leverage that into first pick, catching one of those rotations. Byzantine getting caught. Dirt winning up the Ramatra versus Orisa battle here. Lau comes up with 2 more kills as that fight unfolds through the thick of that messiness. Currently leads the server in... Oh, actually, it's just a touch behind Snell in ult charge. Oh, good shot from Biz. Oh, that was nasty. So that lead in ult charge, leading the server doesn't matter so much if you get 2 dinked, you know, right out of the gate in the next fight. This will give Biz time to match. Faded trying to swing. Such a delicate position. The tank to try to push up and get that space. Allows us to go ahead and pop our first ultimate here for Colosseo. Everybody from Ducklings able to back around to the left-hand side of the corner. As soon as they pop in, Biz is going to throw down the ultimate. Dirt just walked into it. An incredible bait. Come into my parlor, says Byzantine to the rotation. Now Two Fish is going to pop a rally. Nick has gone down throughout this exchange as Eden is going to go ahead and invest their own rally into this fight. Orbital Ray now tossed into this 3v4. Rotation still think this is winnable. I'm guessing Dirt has returned. No, Dirt is still like miles away. It's just a disengage there from Dhill Ducklings, and then they're going to start pushing back. It was Wow. Nope. Wow's also still miles away. Hey, you know the support ults bought enough time for Dirt to return. I'll give you that. But yeah, here comes the ultimates now from the other side, or at least the orbital ray. Consequence tries to escort this team forward. Lau's gonna find Biz and take Nick out of that dead eye. A couple of shots out of Consequence as well, and Lau we trust! Lau with the massive 4K! Rotation protect their lead. They will not allow this bot to get any further. My flex support on cast. Dude, what are they feeding Lau? Biz is vulnerable there. That crowd freeze forced to be used early, but as Blizzard returns, that's a nasty spot for it. Ooh, that's gross. Dirt just nowhere to go. A defensive wall is only going to get you so far. Snarl just trying to sacrifice themselves to protect the retreat of the supports. I respect it, Snarl. A selfless play to get your supports out of there alive. I respect it. .30-meter lead for rotation. Ducklings trying to push out into the open, see if they can get to the bridge. While turning the corners right down Main Street here. Ooh, they've got Faded in a bad spot. Is Faded's Nemesis form going to last through the Deadeye? It does, but will the health bar? The supports are there. My goodness. Now Nick is going to respond with their own ultimate into this fight. I mean, big props there to the Ducklings backline. The rotation almost caught Bandit out. Bandit's able to get this orbital into the fight, and Eden is able to find one with a kill. Invested in the rally before going down. Nick and Faded, though, are still here. Are still fighting. Consequence, ooh, low on health. The support line, the cornerstone of this remaining 3-piece is cut down. And a good wall will just force Nick out of this fight. Well played from rotation there, and a broken 3v3. Nota's Rough, thank you for the follow, or Notaz Rough. Snell's got a Blizzard here to throw on this corner. It's such a perfect spot for a Blizzard. Yeah, gotta come out immediately. Faded's able to pick up Lowell and Snell. Well, Nick getting the kill onto the ladder, but it means there's no DPS. So despite the perfect opportunity there for the Blizzard to close this out, it's up to Dirt here to have the punching power to push this home. Do they want to invest in Annihilation in this fight with no DPS? The answer is no. Now, do significant damage to Dirt. And that was a primary freeze. Oh, okay, so we saw Dirt get frozen up there. That is the new perk there on May, relatively new perk. I was about to say, wait, Dirt got hard frozen and there was no Blizzard in play.
Just a little more and this lead is ours.
Orbital over this could actually be pretty nasty because it can help both high ground and low ground through this bridge. And it is indeed Meteor Crossroads can try to be a disengage through the cubby. Ooh, Biz ice blocks in a bad spot though. I don't think Biz is gonna make it out of that one. The rally coming in to try to help out with a great wall out of Snell. Might just seal the fate. Fate decides we're going all in. The annihilation popped and they're able to find Dirt. But Lau finds them and Nick. Tiny Overwatch. That was just a proving ground. Rotation come out with the bot, protect their 12-meter lead. Okay, speed ring used early in that. You can stall push bot from bridge. Yeah, that was stupid. That's the Blizzard thrown in from business. Everybody's trying to disengage from the Deadeye. They're able to isolate a kill onto Lau with that. But rotation have bot and Arch's control. Look at the position that they've bought with that. Oh, but Biz buys it right back. That kill on us now, and here comes Ducklings storming back in. A beautiful Vortex, almost protected Bandit, but Nick is able to get the shots down. "90 seconds to go. 12-meter lead. Barely hanging on. Neither team has gotten checkpoint. That is going to be Snell's Blizzard, but Faded finds the kill. What's going on behind that? May isolated the fight, isolated the camera. And then the wall comes down to reveal the magic trick. Snell had made the entirety of Dhill Ducklings disappear. "40 seconds to go. A lot of ultimates for both teams to work with. This is going to be a messy, messy fight. If a team could win it with just one ultimate and have a clean fight win, that could just be the series right there if they can carry momentum and ultimates into the fight after this. 25 seconds to go. Lau isolated, cut down. Beautiful opening pick onto what has been one of the most lethal players in the lobby here today. Orbital Ray tossed in to try to escort Ducklings forward. 13 seconds to go. They have to win this fight. Successful disengage out of rotation. Oh, until the very end. Snell getting dropped. That is less than ideal. Lau's made it back into this fight, able to find Consequence over the top. Biz is going to throw in a Blizzard right on the objective. That is victory. Dirt is frozen. Rally in play here from Ducklings. Dirt is going to go down to the whip shot. Lau's got a Deadeye in play. The stun doesn't quite get there in time, but Fate is able to block up. They have done this. Dhill Ducklings will steal away the lead in map 5 and win it out in a 3-2. What a GG. Wow. Holy moly indeed, Byzantine. What a series. Great match. Impeccable match. GG's all around. God, that was fun. Allow the flex support. I mean, pop it off on the cast. What a series. And Ducklings, hand rotation, their first loss of the season. There are no more undefeated teams left in Expert. And I am forced to ask the question, did I underrate the Dhill Ducklings? Let's look at some stats from map 5. I mean, once again, stats actually look really close. Faded does come up with most elims there in map 5. I think for the first time today. I think it had been dirt every single. Actually, no. Round 2. My goodness. Yeah, that map from Biz. My goodness. It's not often you have your tank as like your 4th in elims on the team. What a close series. I mean, just look at these scores. 2-1 on Oasis. That goes to a 99-99 final fight. 3-2 on Suravasa. I mean, goes all absolutely the entire distance. I mean, the 3-1 was like, that was... excuse me, the 3-2 was on Circuit Royale. The 3-1 was Suravasa. And the biggest disparagement was Runasapi. His rotation had like 140-0 lead for most of that map. That was the biggest disparagement of... I mean, what a comeback. What a way to come out swinging and force this map 5. You get the Dhill Ducklings come through with that Freya ban, kind of perhaps nerfing rotation a little bit. You know, we end up in that cast duel. Dude, what a great series. What a great series.